So let us begin with lower bound on sorting algorithms. What is bound? Kamal, speak anything. What do you observe from this term, lower bound?
मैम एक नोटेशन यूज होती है
नहीं big O notation defines the upper bound.
ओके मैम
Big O notation में when we say that uh, the complexity of some algorithm is order of n cube, so that means the upper bound, the maximum complexity will go to the range of n cube, maximum one. That is the upper bound. Lower bound means the least number of operations, the least number of operations for doing the least number of operations required. That is the lower bound. Or you can say lower bound is the like we say for traveling salesman problem we had defined a lower bound, means lower bound for the cost. So the cost value will never go below that bound. So lower bound is the minimum limit. At least that number of operations will be performed. All right. Lower bound means at least, suppose the lower bound is say X. So at least X number of operations will be performed. Right. We can say in that terms. Now, okay. So how the lower bound on sorting algorithms is defined? A lower bound for a sorting for any problem. Firstly, a lower bound for any problem. It could be the sorting problem. It could be the searching problem. It could be finding the shortest path problem. It could be the backtracking it could be the n queens problem. It could be sum of subsets problem. It could be any problem. All right. So a lower bound for a problem is the worst case running time of the best possible algorithm for that problem. For example, suppose we are considering the case of sorting. Sorting is the problem. Computer science involves many sorting problem as the basic elementary problem. There are so many algorithms, hundreds of algorithms for performing sorting. Now there will be some algorithms. There are some algorithms whose worst case running time is one of the best ones. There are many algorithms whose worst case running times is one of the best ones. So that worst case running time is known as the lower bound. Now, can you tell me which algorithms have a best or a very good worst case running time? Which sorting algorithms have a better, or you can say the best, one of the best worst case running times? That means which algorithms perform better in the worst case as compared to the other algorithms. Which algorithms are there which have a better worst case running time? कौन से हैं? Quicksort has a Quicksort is considered to be having a bad worst case time. Its worst case time is order of n square, whereas the average case or the best case running time of Quicksort is order of n square. So that is why you may read from the text also there are many optimizations applied to Quicksort so that its worst case running time can be improved. All right. The worst case of a sorting algorithm occurs. The worst case of a sorting algorithm occurs when the input is nearly sorted. जब हमारे पास जो इनपुट डेटा सेट है वो ऑलरेडी सॉर्टेड हो या नियरली सॉर्टेड हो, वो किसी भी सॉर्टिंग एल्गोरिदम का वर्स्ट केस होता है। एम आई राइट? मैंने उल्टा बोल दिया। दैट इज अ बेस्ट केस। वर्स्ट केस होता है जब ऑलरेडी वो डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में हो या नियरली डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में हो, जब बड़े ज्यादा कंपैरिजंस करने पड़ेंगे डाटा को असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में करने के लिए। The point is that in the worst case, sorting algorithms have different running times. I'm showing you this another screen. Just wait, this document is opening up. Yeah, this was the table we discussed the other day also. Here is that table. Wait. That table is being displayed. Yeah. Now check out the complexities. This third column indicates the worst time complexity. Now, that complexity of quicksort is order of n square. Complexity of quicksort is order of n square. So it is not very good. So the question is which sorting algorithms have the best or better worst case running time complexity?
Merge sort and heap sort.
Merge sort hai, heap sort hai. They are considered to be having a good or better from the comparison sorts. Otherwise, radix sort is also good. रेडिक्स सॉर्ट को हम इनके साथ डायरेक्टली कंपेयर नहीं करते हैं। रेडिक्स सॉर्ट नॉन कंपैरिजन सॉर्ट्स में आता है, काउंट सॉर्ट भी नॉन कंपैरिजन सॉर्ट्स में आता है। ऑलराइट, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ कंपैरिजन सॉर्ट्स, देन मर्ज सॉर्ट एंड हीप सॉर्ट have a better this worst case time complexity. From this table you also notice that is there any complexity value which is better than order of n log n? Is there any time complexity value better than order of n log n? Is there any better value of first time complexity for any sorting algorithm? So the lower bound we can establish is it is order of n log n. All right. So any sorting algorithm will require at least n log n operations in the worst case. All right, I'm repeating. Any sorting algorithm will require at least n log n operations in the worst case. Okay, do you agree with this? Any sorting algorithm will require at least n log n operations in the worst case. Now, if you are asked what is the worst case of a sorting algorithm, like the other day we had done the worst case or best case for searching algorithms. So what will be a worst case scenario for a sorting algorithm? When you want to sort in ascending order and the input data is in descending order. So that will require many number of swaps, or that will require many number of recursive calls in the case of divide and conquer algorithms. All right. So that means there is lower bound is written in omega notation. The lower bound is omega of n log n for sorting. All right. And if you are asked to prove it, if you are asked to prove it, how to prove this? So that means how we can prove this? We would have to prove that no algorithm could possibly be faster in the worst case than n log n. So we can deduce this by saying that जैसे अभी आपने you saw the table, you saw the chart for prominent algorithms you have studied. So from there we deduce that no other algorithms has a better worst case complexity. And there are cases where quick sort is better. There are cases where otherwise also in general, on an average, quick sort is considered to be faster than merge sort, faster than the heap sort. But in the worst case, the complexity is order of n square, your omega of n square. For merge sort, it is omega of n log n, or for heap sort, it is omega of n log n. So we say that the lower bound for sorting algorithm, for sorting problem, the lower bound for sorting problem is omega of n log n. All right. So see an example here first before we discuss all other things. A decision tree is made for sorting. We can express that how algorithms work by making a decision tree. Suppose we have to create a decision tree for sorting 3 elements. Now the 3 elements can be sorted in this way: 1 3 2 or 3 1 2 2 3 1 3 2 1 1 2 3 2 1 3. All these are the possible combinations, possible nodes. इन नोड्स को चेक करके पता चल जाएगा कि which is the sorted order. So जब ये डिसीजन ट्री बनाया जाता है तो उस डिसीजन ट्री की हाइट कितनी आती है? That height of the tree defines a lower bound in sorting. So it has been found that for sorting algorithms, if the decision tree is made, then the height of the decision tree never exceeds n log n. The height of the decision tree never exceeds n log n. So that proves that the lower bound on sorting is n log n. Now see, read out this. Comparison sorts can be viewed. Comparison sorts means all these, ranging from bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, merge sort, quick sort, heap sort. All right. So comparison sorts can be viewed abstractly in terms of decision trees. We can view their working in the form of decision trees. We can trace their working in the form of decision trees. And it has been observed that begin from the root, you make one comparison, then if ai is less than aj, then the left subtree is to be taken. If ai is greater than aj, then right subtree is to be taken, and then in the next level another decision is to be taken, and based upon that that decision less than equal to hai ke greater than hai, another set of paths are taken. So when we come to a leaf, what happens? When we come to a leaf, the sorting algorithm has established the following. So what it establishes? It says that each of the n factorial permutations on n elements. सबसे पहले तो it says n factorial permutation on n elements. We are making a decision tree. If there are n elements in the array, in the list, then the decision tree will have n factorial permutations. Decision tree will have n factorial leaves. So each of the leaves is defining a permutation. जैसे अभी आपने देखा था, that was defining these are the possible set of leaves. So these leaves are defining the permutations. So there are 3 elements, 3 factorial is 6, and there are 6 leaves for it. So the decision tree for sorting n elements will have n factorial leaves or n factorial permutations, and out of those permutations, one permutation is exactly the correct sorted permutation. And for n factorial permutations or for n factorial leaves, the decision tree will have a height of n log n. It will have a height of n log n. So that is why we say that
Ma'am, your
any,
voice is not audible.
my voice is not audible. कहाँ तक सुने आपको? कहाँ तक सुने आपको? Am I audible now? Kamal, can you hear me?
हाँ जी मैम, अब बारी बीच में आप कट रही है, बीच में आवाज कट रही है आपकी, बीच बीच में कट जाती है.
Okay. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes मैम.
All right. Chalo, anyhow, from which point you have understood? Have you understood these 2 points? Point number 1 and point number 2. Do you understand these points?
Yes मैम. 1 हो मैम, 2 नहीं आया समझ, दोबारा समझा दो.
Okay, it says that uh, we say that there will be n factorial permutations. All right, and beginning from any one element, we are reaching different leaf levels, and we are making decisions at every node. Every node of the decision tree is indicating a decision. Less than wala hai ki greater than wala. It is indicating a decision, and the leaf nodes are indicating a final permutation. So for if there are x comparisons, to be made, means there are x nodes, and you represent those nodes in the form of binary tree, then the maximum height of the decision tree would be x. This is the property of binary trees. For decision tree, this is the property. The maximum height of the decision tree when x decisions are taken, when x comparisons are made, it is x. And then the point is that every decision node is indicating a comparison. So if there are n elements in the list, then the value of comparisons, what will be the value of comparisons? The maximum number of comparisons, or the height, it would be n log n. Or you can see this, just see this deduction, mathematical analysis, you will understand from this in a better way, instead of looking at these points. ये आपको एनालिसिस समझ आ जाएगा, तो then you will understood these points also. See this, n factorial is the number of leaves. This will be always less than or equal to 2 raised to power x. Now what is the meaning of 2 raised to power x? Or because a tree with maximum height x, जिस tree की भी height x है, it will have at the most 2 raised to power x leaves. ठीक है? So we say that जो permutations हमने लिखे कि one property is that it will have n factorial permutations. n input list है, तो n input list के लिए there will be n factorial permutations. This is the property of list. On the right hand side is the property of trees. And the property is that for a tree with height of x, the maximum the leaves could be at the most 2 raised to power n. So that means it is saying this left hand side is also indicating the number of leaves. The right hand side is also indicating the number of leaves. The left hand side is indicating the number of leaves on the basis of properties of permutations. And the right hand side is indicating the number of leaves on the basis of properties of trees. So there is a fundamental simple property of trees that if the height of the tree is x, then the maximum number of leaves can be 2 raised to power n. So we are relating these two values in the form of this inequality. All right. We are relating these two values in the form of this relation, that n factorial will always be less than or equal to 2 raised to power x, where x is the height. Where x is the height and n. And what is n? N is the number of elements in the list. So if we relate the two and to remove the factorial portion, and exponential proportion first. So we take the log. So 2 raised to power n, so it will move to the left hand side, तो वो बन जाएगा log to the base of 2. वो मैथमेटिक्स ऑलराइट वो मैथमेटिक्स अप्लाई किया बिकॉज हमने ये एक्सपोनेंशियल वाला जो एक्सप्रेशन है वो हटाना था, ठीक है. And then it comes out to be x is equal to omega of n log n. Okay, so we say that any comparison based sorting algorithm must make at least n log n comparisons to sort the input array of size n. To sort the input array of size n. And as you people said that heap sort and merge sort are optimal comparison sort. All right. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
ये mathematical analysis, you do it and you present your views, opinions. You present the proof. You need to present the proof. You present the proof in this format. You can write in any words. It is not necessary that you need to write as in this article as written here, but you need to present this proof and then give your own explanation as you have understood it. So when you are explaining this relationship, so your explanation will always be correct. Okay, so that is all about this topic. So the point is that for the lower bound for any sorting algorithm is n log n. N log n is the lower bound for any sorting algorithm. And what is the lower bound for searching algorithms, if you're asked? What is the lower bound for searching algorithms, if you're asked? What you will answer?
Log n.
Log n, yes, log n. Because in the worst case, no algorithm performs number of steps lesser than log n. Log n is the worst case complexity of the best possible algorithm for this typing.